Druids revere nature, and we find inspiration in the great all-encompassing web that supports everything. But we also make relationship with individual forms of life. This video is about our rooted friends, great and small. P is for plants. We humans are a little bit like plants and trees. We have our feet on the ground like they have roots, and our crowns reach for the sky. When I want to get close to a plant and really get to know it, I do this ritual. The first thing to do in preparation is to go and be with the plant somewhere where it grows, to get a feel for its environment and its shape, and you can really get a feel for its character that way. Of course, if the plant isn't anywhere near you or it's not in season, then you can just hold a bit of the dried herb in your hand and get a feel for it that way. The next thing is to cast a circle and then sprinkle the dried herb around the circle and then sit inside it and get a feel for the plant in that way. And then I would burn some of the plant as an incense and get a good smell of it and let it influence me that way and give myself a feel of how its smell, how its perfume influences my body and my mind and how that makes me feel. And then I will make a brew of it or cook a dish with it and really take my time tasting its flavours and feeling in my body what parts of my body react to it, relax or contract or feel different from normal, so I can get a real feel of where that plant influences my body. Then, finally, I would sit down in the centre of this circle and make a shamanic journey, possibly with my drum, to go and meet the spirit of the plant and have a real conversation with it to see what its gifts are and what we can give it in return. And it's only after all that I'll look in a reliable herbal to see how my findings correspond to what it says in the book. And you'd be surprised how often those things are really quite close together. Of course, safety is always first, and you need to know what plant you are dealing with and be sure that it's not poisonous before you consume any part of it. But that's only common sense, right? You can do much the same thing with trees. Of course, trees are nice and convenient because you can sit at their roots and rest your back against them and really relax into them and let yourself become part of the tree so you can get a real feel of its character and its life force. If you really take time to listen to a tree, there is much it can tell you. And every species of tree has a different character and a special gift that it has to give us humans and the whole web of life. So I would really advise you to take some time to really get to know a tree. Ogham is an Irish script that was used in the early Middle Ages, and in Ireland they are mostly found on stones, and the inscriptions are usually something like somebody's name along the edge of a stone. Letters are all based around a long line with a number of notches coming off from the line in different directions, to the right, like this one, or to the left, like that one, or slanted, like that one, or straight across, like these. And then there are these ones which are a more recent addition to the set and have a more complicated sort of design. The interesting thing about this set of letters for our discussion of plants is that every letter is named after a tree, which is why I have used twigs from particular trees for each of the letters. So this one is a birch, a twig of birch, and it's in Irish it's called Beth, so that stands for the letter B. In modern Druid practice, the Ogham is usually used as a form of divination by casting the Oghams. So what I propose we do is ask the Oghams a question, find out which tree wants to answer the question, and then go on a meditative journey to learn more about the tree and about the answer to our question. It's always a good idea when starting this kind of divination procedure to center yourself, and I'll do that in the usual way of taking 3 breaths. So 1 breath with the earth beneath me, 1 with the sky above me, and 1 with the waters all around me. My question for the Oghams is, what does our world need at this time? Here we go. The one in the middle happens to be Hawthorn. 1 little line to the left is Hawthorn. This one was cut from the hawthorn tree outside that is now covered in ivy. So let's go and have a meditation with Hawthorn and see what it has to say. I have my Hawthorn Ogham with me. In Irish it's called Hwath and it stands for the letter H. It might be a good idea for you to have a bit of hawthorn with you if you happen to have some handy. It could be a leaf or a fruit or any other part of it. And then when you're ready to go on the journey, go and sit down in your comfortable chair or on the floor, whichever suits you best. And take 3 more deep breaths. Let your eyes close and your breath return to its normal rhythm. With every out breath, let yourself relax into your position a little more. And become aware of your spirit body as separate from your physical body. While your physical body stays here, safe and relaxed, let your spirit body get up and go on a journey. Walk towards the door of your room and open it. And on the other side is not the familiar hallway, but a path through the forest. Put your feet upon the path. Feel the soft woodland floor under your feet. Soon you come to a tiny bridge made out of planks that crosses a stream. Cross over to the other side. Take some time to explore this woodland and let yourself come home to this place, using all your senses. Remember that you are here to go and meet the hawthorn tree. You're beginning to feel at the edge of your senses the tree pulling you closer. Go with that pull. Let your feet follow it. You might have to wander off the path a little way, but soon you find yourself near a beautiful mature hawthorn tree. Pause at the edge of its canopy and ask it for permission to come closer and have a conversation with it. When you feel its welcome, find yourself a comfortable position. leaning against its trunk. It's not a very big tree, and it has some really sharp thorns, but you safely find a space for yourself up against its trunk, and you feel protected by the thorns and by the power of the hawthorn tree. Look carefully at it, at the shapes of its small indented leaves, at the shape of the tree, the feel of its bark against your back. Use your senses to get to know the hawthorn tree. Now gently allow the edge between you and the tree to dissolve. Feel yourself melt into the trunk of the tree and feel yourself become its tall trunk. Feel your legs and feet become its root deep in the earth. Feel your arms become its branches and your head the extent of its crown. Feel the leaves, this year's fruit, and those sharp, sharp thorns. Feel what it is like to be a hawthorn. Feel the tree close to you, inside you, and you inside it, and ask it your question. What does the world need at this time? The answer might come as words, or as a simple picture, or a vision, or maybe a sound or a feeling. When you've received your message, it is time to separate yourself from the tree. Gently begin to feel yourself again and separate yourself from the canopy, the roots and the trunk, and step outside the tree. Then turn and give thanks for this experience and for the message you have received. It is time to go now. Turn and pause once again at the edge of the canopy and feel what it is like to leave the hawthorn sphere of influence. Then find the path again, holding the message close, and begin to walk towards home. As you walk towards the bridge, cross over to the other side and keep following the path until it leads to your door, the door to your room. Open it and find yourself sitting there, calm and relaxed. Go and join your body. Feel yourself present in this familiar place. Feel your bum on your seat, the temperature of the room, the feel of your clothes. And when you are fully back, open your eyes. So, what was the message of the tree? Please share it with us in the comments below. Click like if you enjoyed watching this video and subscribe if you want to see more of the Alphabet Superset of Druidry. I'll see you next time for the Q for Quest.